Parashat Balak. The Parasha of Balak is a parasha which the Torah wants to show us what's really on the mind of the Goyim. And that's why it's very frightening. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves us so that He'll do anything to protect us. So here He goes ahead and allows a mule to speak to the greatest man that the Goyim ever had.
A mule or just a donkey?
A ton is a mule. A chamor is a donkey.
Mules are
Mixtures, a mixture between.
I know, but aren't they all Hashem? When Hashem gave the co-op the mule, it doesn't even allow us to breathe
To show what the Goyim really are.
But it's a ton of
But this, no, not true. This one dies. The Torah tells us after giving tochacha to Bilam, the Malach says to Bilam that I'm going to have to make sure that you live, and your mule is going to die. Why is the mule going to die? Because he embarrassed a person. And because he embarrassed a person, the mule has to die. So my question is like this. Could you imagine if HaKadosh Baruch Hu would have let the mule live, then they not only live, but give it long life like He gave the ayil of the Akedah and the chamor that's going to bring Mashiach. If HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave it long life, then they would have built a museum and put the mule in the museum, and people will go through, and here as the mule will say, review again, Me'al Siselach, Ki Kisani, Shoshal Galim. The mule will say over these words, and everyone says, wow, could you imagine? And then if the Goyim are smart, they'll charge $10 for entry fee. And then they'll get even smarter, they'll charge you $25 for entry fee. $100 family. And everyone will walk in, and the mule will just talk, and each year they'd write up another year. And then when it come Tovshin Ein Tet, we'll walk in through the mule and say, wow. Because Baruch could have done that. The chamor of which is going to bring Mashiach is still alive. So wouldn't it have been beneficiary for the world at large to go ahead and have the mule live and everyone hear the mule talk? And they would say, wow, boy, and no other mule in the world talks. This is the only one, and he just reviews the same statement. Why did HaKadosh Baruch Hu didn't do that? Because the kavod of an Adam is more important. Now who's the Adam? Bilam, Rasha, who went out to want to destroy us. Giz and Eitzah would kill thousands. But he's a human. And this Aton embarrassed him. So what do we see from here? How HaKadosh Baruch Hu watches over the kavod of Adam. Another example is, why can't you go, another example that HaKadosh Baruch Hu watches over the kavod of an Adam is when Yeravam ben Nevat was doing Avodah Zarah. Nothing happened to him. Nothing happened. Avodah Zarah, nothing happened. But then when the Navi came and gave him Musar, gave Yeravam ben Nevat Musar, so Yeravam stretched out his hand and says, grab him. As soon as he said those words, what happened? He became paralyzed. So Rashi asked the question, why? The whole time that he's doing Avodah Zarah on the Mizbeach, his Mizbeach, nothing is happening. And here, because he kavod of the tzaddik. Kavod of the tzaddik. Yeah? So if we would take that into consideration, to be careful how we address another person, understanding that it has a cherech coming out. So I have two unbelievable stories. The Bava Rebbe, Reb Shloime Halberstam, Zichronahu Levracha, he was saved from the Holocaust miraculously. He came to America. He went to the West Side because in the West Side they told him there's wealthy people.
Where did he pass through Ukraine?
I don't know how he did it. I don't remember. So he, in the West Side, he opened up a minyan, and it wasn't going. He had to go out and try to get a tenth. One day he has only 9, and he goes out to look for a tenth, and he sees someone walking by that looks like he's Jewish. He's not dressed Jewish. His hairstyle doesn't look Jewish. But to him, so he asked him, are you Jewish? He says, yes. He says, could I ask you for a favor to come in and join us with the minyan? We'll need a tenth? Never. Why not? Why not? Because what Hitler, Yamach Shemoy, did to my family and did to me, I'm not stepping into a shul. So Rabbi Halberstam says to him, excuse me, can you just tell me what did you do before the war? He says, I was a chazan. You're a chazan? Maybe come in and become my chazan. Oh, now you're talking a different language. You want me to become a chazan? That I'll do. So he walked in, gave him to be the chazan. The other 9 people tells the rabbi, he says, he'll be our chazan. We saw him Friday night on the park bench smoking. Rabbi Halberstam said to them, he didn't smoke. We saw him smoking. He wasn't smoking. He smoked. The Germans smoked. The Nazis smoked. He didn't smoke. The Nazis smoked. You understand what he said? So he let him be a chazan, and then the person himself decided he wants to move somewhere else. This chazan. 40 years later, there's a knock on the door in Bar Park. In walks an elderly man, and he says, Rebbe, do you recognize me? Yeah, you were the chazan for us in the West Side. He says, Rebbe, I'm marrying off my grandchild. Could you come to the Chatanah? He says, I've stopped going to Chatanot, but I could come to Yeshiva Brachot. Good. He goes with 2 of his Gabaim, and they come into the Yeshiva Brachot. The grandchildren are all Bnei Torah.
Wow.
And he himself, and they have a whole bunch of children and grandchildren. He didn't smoke. The Germans smoked. So if he would have just not addressed it that way, what would have been? Lost the whole family. The right language? Covered up liot. Yeah. They wanted to swallow him up already. He's Mechalel Shabbat. He should be our chazan. Whoa, whoa. Slow. He didn't smoke. The Germans smoked. One more story. This is when Moshe Shapiro, the story happened. So he was going down the street, and it broke out a terrible rain. You know when when the rain starts hitting, coming down, how bad it is. A taxi stops and says to him, Rabbi, I'll take you for free wherever you want to go. Please come into the taxi. He walks over to the taxi. and puts his hand on the taxi driver's hand. Nice, he says, you don't drive this taxi on Shabbat. The guy stops. What does he do? He wants to take the rabbi, but he does do it on Shabbat. Rabbi, no more will I drive this taxi on Shabbat.
On the spot.
Went into the car, the guy stopped driving the taxi Shabbat, became a Shem Shabbat. How was that? He put his hand on his hand, warm, and said, he didn't say, do you? He didn't say, do you? Do you? He says, you don't drive this taxi on Shabbat. Yeah? Where does that come from? Covered up with you. No matter who he is. Yeah? No matter who he is. This is our job, yeah? And if we do it, not only we're speaking about brings peace over here, but we do it, it brings closer to Mashiach. The Sfarim tell us that if HaKadosh Baruch Hu sees that we're b'achdut, that we live with each other nice, we treat each other in a fine manner, boss with workers, workers with co-workers, schleppers, everyone you treat nice. Everyone you say good morning. Let me ask you a true question. When those ladies come in to start packing your packages, do you say good morning to them or not?
Of course. Like this. Say what's up. What's up?
You tell someone good morning, you're giving them barakah, and you're giving them a blessing for you and them. Have a good morning means you're gonna, everything in your day is gonna work out fine, you're gonna have no problem, you're gonna cross the street.
The guy dances after.
Why?
Because he's got he steals a lot of time.
You mean the guy by the machine?
By the computer.
You have to.
I try to sometimes.
He's your worker,
I
he
don't go
works
out of my
for
way
you.
to say good morning to him because I get like. I'm
You
doing
have
him a
to-
favor.
you have to be better.
When you say good morning to him, he takes it and he turns it to like a 10-minute.
He takes advantage of it.
He thinks like it makes a 10-minute thing or deal. Just don't tell him and just sit and wait.
Well, I'm recording by the way. You can't hear this.
Pretty sure you won't.
Okay. I hear. I don't know what the answer.
Come on, the rub doesn't have an answer.
I'm saying
It's impossible.
it's possible. When I say I don't have an answer, I mean to
Rather
say
not say.
Shev al Tai Sadif. You know what Shev al Tai Sadif means?
But it is
Better stay the way it is. You know better.
Working on it.
Process.
Nothing good happens overnight, it takes time.
But Kavod Abriyot, this is very important. HaKadosh Baruch Hu should bless us that we should find Nachas Ruach in His eyes and we should be successful in many, many ways in Torah, Yehot Shemaim, Avat Hashem, and Shefa Parnasah that we could share with others.
Amen.
And just one last story of how great we are. There was a boy that was missing a gene. And this gene causes that after 2 years old, he starts slowly. It was a girl. She starts losing. So Klal Yisrael got together because it's one injection before you become 2 years old. And this injection cost $2.2 million.
Wow.
In 4 days.
What?
4 days they had.
And 23,000 people joined up to put together the $2.2 million.
This weekend happened? Wow.
So one eye they donated 285,000.
That was the last to finish it off. So now my question, now I have a question like this. Let me ask you a question. We all believe that the chiyut of Klal Yisrael is the Torah. True? That's the life of the Klal Yisrael. That keeps us going. The success is the Torah. And in whose hands, who's the heart that pumps it? Who's the heart?
Us.
The people that are sitting and learning day in and day out. For instance, this morning, what time do you think I sat down to learn? 4.
8 o'clock.
Before 4.
3:30.
Before 4. Who's gonna help you out in business today? If I'm gonna be sleeping till 5.
Is that every morning though?
You have to. We need. David Amelech used to stay up in order that the people go out to work should be able to have parnasa.
Share, you tell me this line. Tell me this.
So let me ask you. You're right. Just now said. Not only me. You know how many thousands of Talmidei Chacham out there waking up early to learn Torah.
It's called long days.
Not long days. This is the best time of the day. Because like this, you get phone calls. I know phone calls. The world
You'll
is
get phone calls too.
world's sleeping.
You have his own one. Saying you don't want the phone calls.
That's right.
Easier.
Now, so if so, don't the Talmidei Chachamim in yeshivot deserve to be helped? So why don't we make a 2.2 million campaign for them?
2.2 million. Having a revenue fund. Collecting all the revenues in the yeshivas.
There is such a revenue fund. Who runs it?
This is who this little girl has.
No, I know that there is part of it.
But does it give all the remaining? Oh, your yeshiva. I'm speaking about
Everyone.
So I want you boys to think of a way to set up such a thing. Bezat Hashem. Bezat Hashem.
Man,
That's the way. I love these type of people. That's the big picture. We don't need that everyone should not get
you and
into
Mars should be a $4.4 million fund.
Amen. Bezat Hashem.
Me, Greg, and Kenny should be 6.6.
Bezat Hashem should be mekuyam. Okay.